Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair hosted by StriveScan. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping items before we get started. This is a webinar. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many sessions happening today, so be sure to sign up for more. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Now I'd like to turn it over to our wonderful group of presenters today, starting with the University of Rochester.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tanya Strachan, and I'm the Associate Director of Transfer Recruitment at the University of Rochester. Thank you for tuning in tonight. The University of Rochester is a top-tier research university that was founded in 1850 that has a flexible, interest-driven curriculum. We're a medium-sized school, and there's about 5,600 undergraduate students in the College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering. Transfer students make up about 10% of our incoming class each year and do represent many different experiences and backgrounds in our undergraduate student body. Rochester has a strong reputation for academic excellence and focus on fostering opportunities that create ways for students to make themselves, their community, and the world ever better. We're located in the Finger Lakes region of Western New York, so it's about an hour-and-a-half drive to the Pennsylvania state border. Rochester is the third largest city in New York State with just over 1.1 million people. Here's an aerial view of campus. It's beautiful. The River Campus is where most of our undergraduate students are studying. It's about 2 miles south of downtown Rochester. There's a few hundred undergraduate students studying at the Eastman School of Music campus, which is located in the heart of downtown, and some at the School of Nursing, which is located at our Medical Center campus, just across the street from the River Campus. Campus has very distinct borders, and we're located in the bend of the Genesee River, hence the nickname. Off to the right-hand side where you see these beautiful treed facilities on this map, that is a historic Mount Hope Cemetery. It's a park-like setting where famous suffrage movements and activists Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony are both buried. Rochester really is the best of both worlds. You've got a traditional campus feel, but access to the nearby city with amenities and resources. One of my favorite things about the University of Rochester is the flexible curriculum. It's one of a kind. Students study what they're passionate about because there are no required subjects. The curriculum provides a framework for learning and for life, and it allows students to design individual programs of study that fit their strengths and interests. There are 3 major divisions of learning: the humanities and the arts, social sciences, and natural sciences and engineering. Majors fall into one of those 3 divisions of learning with over 70 different academic programs to choose from. The flexibility of the curriculum allows students to put together some really interesting programs of study based upon your goals and interests. About 45% of our students will graduate with a double major, and transfer students have that ability as well. The other thing is that we're certainly known for is our research opportunities. As one of the top research universities in the country, research is at the core of who we are as an institution. So if you enjoy by doing, research is just that. About 77% of our undergraduate students in the college will engage in some form of research before they graduate. With a smaller 10-to-1 faculty ratio, it's a really collegiate research experience feel where you have access to experts in the fields of study. Student life is vibrant at the University of Rochester. There's not a typical Rochester student, but I describe our students as cool nerds. They enjoy learning and exploring, and they are often found studying in the library, in the labs, but they are also into so many other things. They're inquisitive. They like to find different ways that they can contribute to make the community and the world ever better. So there are so many different things that students can continue with extracurricularly in college. A little bit about our application process. I'm not going to dive too much into this because We only have 6 minutes. So we have workshops that will go over different sections of the application, but just to kind of learn a little bit more about us. We have holistic review, which is a fancy way of saying we look at everything you submit in your application to make a decision. And there is a series of admissions readers that review applications by school territory. We are seeking students to contribute in many different ways. Our fall transfer deadline is March 15th, and our spring priority deadline is October 15th. We do have rolling admissions that continues after the priority deadline. For any of you that are community college students, we do have a dedicated Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. And for those of you that are not, we do have a number of other scholarships that we are considering students for in the admissions process. So I encourage you to take a look a little bit more at the University of Rochester. We do have virtual information sessions and workshops, which will go into greater detail of many of the aspects about us. I'll drop my contact information, a link to a publication, and our virtual event link into the chat box. But thank you for tuning in today and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Youngstown State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kim Avery. I am the Associate Director for Transfer Admissions and Recruitment at Youngstown State University. Youngstown is located in Youngstown, Ohio, and we are right on the border of Western Pennsylvania. So it puts us in a really unique position to actually charge students in the Western PA counties only $360 on top of our in-state tuition. So that actually pulls Western PA students to pay less than $10,000 a year in their tuition and general fees. So it really makes us an institution that a lot of Western PA students find very appealing because of the low cost for that. I just wanted to kind of share with you our transfer admissions pages. Last spring, we completely rehauled them. And so you can get a lot of information about the transfer process, scholarships, credit transfer questions, and so on and so forth. Let me scroll down a little bit. So if you just go to our main page, ysu.edu, and you click on the admissions tab at the top and then scroll down, there you can select transfer students and it will take you right here. We actually use the system called Transferology, and Transferology actually pulls from our equivalency tables. So if you are a student at an institution, you can actually set up a free account in the Transferology system. You can actually type in your courses that you have taken at your institution or currently in progress and see how they match to Youngstown State. It will actually let you know all of that great information. You can actually reach out to us by the More Info tab as you're in that Transferology system. I just did a Transfer Thursday program last week as a tutorial for Transferology. So students, if you have questions about it, it really is an intuitive system. You can go in and play with it and just plug in your courses. You're not going to break anything with just going in and testing out the system. Application process is right here in the admissions process. We are also on rolling admissions, so we review transfer applications and transcripts pretty much throughout the year. So what I would need from you is the application. There is an application fee of $45. I do need official transcripts from each institution that you have previously attended, and then your high school transcripts if you haven't received an associate's degree. So once you earn that associate's degree, we no longer require high school transcripts. For additional information about the application, it's just right down below. You can click on the application and access that information. We also do provide financial aid and transfer scholarships. We do have a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship, which is stackable with our transfer scholarship, which is actually a little bit further down on our transfers financial aid and scholarships information. As long as you have a 3.0 or higher, then we do provide a transfer scholarship. That is automatic. There's no separate transfer or a scholarship application. Phi Theta Kappa, I need proof of membership. So as long as you can provide me that proof of membership, that's stackable on top of the transfer scholarship that you would qualify for. So just send me your certificate. My email's right there smack dab in the middle. And then that way I can add you to my list to send a financial aid for the awarding. These are renewable for up to 3 years. And we do prorate transfer scholarships. So as long as a student is enrolled in 6 hours in a semester, we will prorate that down to 50%. If you're enrolled in 9 hours, we will prorate that down to 75% of those amounts. So that's kind of nice for students who are trying to get their degree, but they need to do it in a little bit of a shorter format, time frame wise, taking a couple classes each semester. There's additional information about credit transfer, kind of our policies. Everything that you take at a regionally accredited college will transfer to YSU in either general education, major coursework, or electives. We don't have a max that we will accept. So if a student has 100 credit hours, we will take all of them. And it really comes down to what do you have left? You do also have to meet our residency requirement. So we do require a minimum of 30 hours earned at YSU to earn that degree. There's some resources, talks a lot about Ohio policy, but there are some gen ed information too. Real quick, we do have several articulation agreements with some of the Western PA community colleges. So if you're interested, take a look at our information, and thanks so much. Have a great day. Go Gwins.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Western Colorado University.
Oh, sorry, give me one quick second. Hello, everybody. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. My name is Alejandro. I'm a regional director of recruitment for Western Colorado University. Along with me is also my colleagues, Flynn Garari, who is the STEM recruiter. She'll be reviewing this chat. So if you have any questions regarding Western or any of our STEM programs, definitely drop those in there, and she'll be happy to help you with any questions that you might need. Now, Western Colorado University is a 4-year public liberal arts institution that's located at the hearts of the Rocky Mountain in Gunnison, Colorado. Just to give a bit of perspective, we're located 4 hours south of Denver. We're in a very neat location. We're surrounded by so much beauty, and in a way, in your Colorado adventure things to do. We have Crested View, which is about 30 minutes north of town. Crested View, I wouldn't say it's your typical mountain town that's been taken by tourists, but I'll be honest, it is kind of like a tourist attraction. There's a lot of gift shop, restaurants. It does have the closest theater to us, but there's a lot of things you can do there: mountain bike, hike, snowboard, and ski, snowboard, and also mountain bike. A lot of things to do. We also have Harmons, which is about 5 miles south of town. It is the largest outdoor recreational area in Colorado. It's over 8,000 acres, and that's where your outdoor activities will most likely take place. So mountain biking, hiking, rock climbing, there's over 150 camping sites. It's a very popular spot for a lot of the students to do at Western. A lot of the classes will actually host campfires, bonfires there all the time. And we also have Blue Mesa, which is about 10 miles west of town. It is the largest body of water in Colorado. It's already 20 miles long, and that's where your water activities would take place. So like I said, there's a lot of things to do in outdoors. Like I said, in a way, your Colorado adventure place. Now we do have a lot of things not just happening on campus, but also on campus. We have over 50 clubs and organizations. Those 50 clubs, like I said, are student-led clubs. So students want to see it happen. All they did to make it happen was just propose the idea to student government, and then they decided to fund that club. Now, We have academic cluster run in conjunction with an academic program like your psychology, sociology club, and then you have your passion and interest club, which is self-explanatory. We also have athletics. We're Division II for NCAA, but we also have non-sports and intramural sports as well. Now, like I said, Western Colorado University is a public liberal institution. We serve about 3,400 students. 3,000 of those students being undergraduate students. We offer over 100 areas of studies. Some of the top majors on our campus will be business, biology, recreational education, computer science, environmental sustainability. I would say anything with outdoors, I would say that's our bread and butter. I mean, we're surrounded by 1.7 million acres of public land. So like I said, anything with outdoors, we're well known for that. Average class size is 17. 71% of the classes are taught by full-time faculty, and 71% of those professors have terminal degrees. So like I said, you really get to connect with those professors at a deeper level and really get to connect and learn from them more. So now we are fully dedicated to your success. We have a lot of resources on campus that will help you through that. For example, each student at Western will be assigned an academic advisor in their field. That advisor will guide you from your first year to your last year at Western. Just making sure you're doing well, you're staying on top of your things. And when it comes down to internships, anything, they'll be there to help you as well and just kind of help you plan for your next semester as well. We have a math writing center, disability service office as well. And then we also have an EPIC mentor. So every incoming student, regardless of your transfer or your first time freshman, you'll be paired with an upperclassman student at Western that will help you through your first year at Western. Now, tuition and cost, tuition is going to be over $18,000. That's below the national average. 80% of the students receive some type of aid, and 100% of those students are considered for merit aid. Now, those merit scholarships, if you're under 24 credit hours, we're going to be looking at your high school information and then your college information as well. So those will range from $8,000 to $10,000 a year. That's the renewable scholarship that you'll be awarded all 4 years, so long as you maintain a GPA of 2.75. Now, if you are transferring over with 24 credit hours, we're going to be looking at your cumulative GPA. Those scholarships, it's either the Advantage Award or the Scholarship Award, which runs from $45,000 to $6,000 a year for 3 years. Now, the application process is pretty straightforward. If you are transferring with more than 24 credit hours, the only things that we'll need is your application, your college transcripts, and there's an application fee of $30. Now, if you're transferring with less than 24 credit hours, we'll need your Western application, your high school information as well as your high school, your college and your high school information as well. And then there's an application fee of $30 as well. We are currently taking applications for the fall of 2021. And you can definitely call our admissions office, or you can call me, and then I'll be happy to give you that promo code to waive the application fee. If you're below a 2.3 GPA, one of the things that we recommend submitting any material that would help support your application. Anything that you submit, we'll definitely consider it when we place a decision. Definitely come and visit us. That's one of the biggest things I strongly recommend. It's either visiting our campus, visiting our campus, like I said, we have information sessions that run, campus visits run Monday through Friday and Saturday at primary request. Those visits do include an information session, a campus tour, and then if you want to meet with a coach, professor, whoever it might be, we can definitely arrange those as well. For more information, you can go to western.edu/visit to schedule a campus visit. If you can't make it on campus, that's totally fair. Definitely go into our virtual events, and you can go to western.edu recruitment events to see all the events that we have coming up. But here on this slide is my contact information, as well as my colleague, Flynn Garari. Like I said, if there's anything we can help you with, definitely reach out to us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Next up, we have Glenville State College.
Sorry, excuse me. Hello, my name is Angelica Nichols, and I am an admissions counselor here at Glenville, as well as a recent graduate from our criminal justice program. I just graduated this past December, and I'm excited to be joining the team. Glenville State College was founded in 1872 as a state normal school, and our education program was our main focus at the time. Forgot to change the slide. Was our main focus at the time, and it was resulting in our education program being our longest running program, and it has the most degrees. We're located in Gilmer County, which is in central West Virginia, and it's surrounded by 7 lakes and numerous natural parks. If you love the outdoors, we have the perfect location. And then on top of that, we have 325 wooded acres as well as the college farm open for students to hunt on. We currently have a smaller campus with about 1,500 students enrolled, and our numbers are still rising. With a small classroom size of about 17:1, when you branch out into your specific degree, that's when you'll start seeing smaller classroom sizes. So typically you'll have maybe 10 people in your class, so you really get that one-on-one with your professors that you deserve. So here's a list of all of our degrees offered at Glenville, but I'm just going to highlight some of our stronger programs that students are mostly interested in coming to Glenville. We have 23 different degree programs, and we offer 4-year and 2-year degrees, as well as some fully online options. Currently, our criminal justice program is ranked number 1 in the state and 14 in the nation. So that is a very popular degree, and it's a very hands-on program. And a lot of our professors in that program have a lot of background with criminal justice. One of them actually is was a homicide detective in Baltimore, Maryland, and has been on television and written a couple books for some of the crime scenes that he's worked on. Our business program is probably the most popular on campus, and you can focus on accounting, computer and information systems management, integrated marketing, and sports management. And all of our programs have a higher chance of job placement after graduation. We have some exciting things happening on campus, such as our partnerships with Marshall University, and partnering with them, it provides you with 3 graduate programs. So if you wanted to transfer in and continue your education after, it will be a little bit shorter than the years that I'm saying now. But with our athletic training and accounting, you'll do the first 3 years here at Glenville, which could be different, varying on how many transfer credits you bring in. And then the last 2 will be at Marshall. And then our doctorate degree in pharmacy, you'll complete 4 years here at Glenville and the last 3 at Marshall, as well as increasing the number of graduate programs offered. So we're working on getting a master's program with our education department, as well as our criminal justice program. We also have virtual meetings with our education department and land resources department that you can sign up with through this link that is on this page. So if you are interested in that, I'll give you a second to either screenshot it or write it down. On top of that, we also have Barnes & Noble coming onto campus, and our textbooks will be included in your tuition. So on that first day, when you check in and get your student ID and stuff, we'll also be handing you all of your textbooks that go with the courses that you're taking. Glenville is a dominant athletic school, and we're very proud of our sports teams and their development. We belong to the Mountain East Conference, which is a Division II program. And here, all of our athletic programs that are offered are on this right side of the screen. We have some beautiful facilities here on campus and are compared to some Division I facilities across the nation. The Waco Center is home to our men's and women's basketball team, acro and tumbling, cheer, boxing, and wrestling team, as well as house our state-of-the-art weight room and conditioning room. So this is our team. We have Lexi Gay, and Larry Gwen and Ricky Butler. They're all admissions counselors, as well as me. I'm not pictured since I just got the job here recently, but if you want to reach me personally, I am actually in charge of Pennsylvania. So my office number is 304-462-6136. And my email is angelica.nichols@glenville.edu. I'll drop that in the chat, so that way if you want to come back to it, you can. But any of us can help you with the application process. So you can apply online at glenville.edu/admissions/apply. We have an application fee waiver code, and it's #GoPioneers. Once you submit that application, We'll evaluate your transcripts and see how many credits transfer over. If you have 24 credit hours, we won't need your high school transcripts. But after that, we'll just need test scores. And right now we're test optional for fall of 21. And yeah. Oh, I went back. Sorry. But we also have a scholarship opportunity for transfers. I believe it is $1,500 a semester. But we definitely would like to see you on campus.
Great, thank you so much. Next up, we have Drexel University.
Hi everyone, my name is April Torgan. I'm the Director for Transfer Admissions, and I'm happy to be here to share some information about Drexel. We are located in the city of Philadelphia. We are a comprehensive research institution focused on experiential learning. We feel our students learn best by doing. There are several ways that our students are encompassed in experiential learning within the classroom by participating in our cooperative education experience, or co-op for short, and the ability for students to participate in research as early as their first term on campus. With over 14,000 undergraduate students on campus, we offer a diverse student body with students coming from all over the country and all over the world. Although we are a larger institution, we do try to keep our class sizes small, with a median class size of 19 students and a student faculty ratio of 11:1. With over 80 majors within 16 colleges and schools, you're bound to find the perfect major for you. We also encourage you to take classes outside your major, look at our many interdisciplinary options. You have the ability to double major, add a minor, make your curriculum what you want it to be, the best, experience that you want to have at the university. You can also participate in our many accelerated options if you're looking to get that 5-year or 6-year BSMS program. We likely have that option as well. You're looking to go to medical or law school, we have specific advisors to help you prep regardless of your major to go and apply to those programs, those professional programs. So as mentioned earlier, we offer a cooperative education program, which allows you to test drive your career. It's very unique to Drexel. Not many colleges offer this. It allows you, like I said, to test drive your career prior to graduation. So you know that you're in the field that suits you. You'll take what you learn in the classroom into the field, and as a full-time or part-time employee, you're getting that real-world work experience within that field. This program also ensures that you graduate with a resume of 6 to 18 months of work experience, a network, and all before you complete your bachelor's degree. Students are happy when they have these experiences. We've polled students after graduation, and 93% of those who are working full-time in their careers are satisfied in their job that they have chosen. So while you're getting prepared for that career after or before you graduate, we want to make sure our students are having that traditional college experience. So our students are having fun. They're having fun by joining one of our many student organizations, cheering on our 18 Division I sports teams. Both men and women's basketball team just actually made it to the tournament this past year, so that was really exciting. Lots of excitement across the university. And we're located in West Philly. We look at the city of Philadelphia as an extended campus. As the 6th largest city in the country, there are over 250,000 college students in the Philadelphia area. There are many cultural opportunities, including museums, concert venues, and theaters. Again, my name is April, and just to talk a little bit about the application process itself, we do have a website directed, to talk you through that process. Really, we work on a rolling admissions basis. We're still accepting applications for the fall. So if you're interested, definitely apply. We really accept the common application or our own Drexel application. You are required to submit an essay, official transcripts from any institution that you've attended. And if there are any other additional materials like a portfolio for some of our media art and design courses, or any type of English language test that you might need to submit, all of those will be communicated out to you through your portal. So my contact information is listed there. Please feel free and don't hesitate to reach out should you have any questions about the university, the application process. When we do offer merit scholarships to transfer students as well as grants, students must submit the CSS profile to be considered for grant money. Scholarships are automatically considered, and we do offer a PTK scholarship of $500 per term enrolled in full-time classes for those members of PTK. Again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is right on the screen.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to ask that all of our wonderful presenters join me back on camera and unmute themselves. We do have some time for what we call a round robin style of questions. And I know our presenters are eager to give their advice to transfer students. So going in the order of which you presented, so starting with University of Rochester, what advice would you give someone going through the transfer process?
I would say find someone at the schools that you're looking at as a point person and reach out to them. Make them your friend. They are there to be a resource for you and they want to help you. So whatever school you're looking at, you know, do some deep diving, send some emails and touch base with finding out who you should be contacting and just keep their contact and reach out.
Youngstown State University.
I would say it's never too early to reach out to that person. So if you are at a community college and you're like, I want to make the most out of my community college experience, then reach out to one of us. We can put you on specific plans and say, do X, Y, and Z. It will transfer, it will apply, and then you are then smooth sailing. So yeah.
Western Colorado University.
No, my biggest piece of advice, I guess two biggest pieces of advice is one, make sure you visit the schools that you're interested in before you make a decision. It is crucial that you do. You're looking for your next home, you gotta be happy with it. So make sure you visit your top 3, top 5 schools, and also make sure all the college credits will transfer over to your next institution. That's the biggest things. If you're coming with an associate's degree, you'll most of those courses will definitely transfer. You'll probably get your general education courses done, but make sure all your courses do transfer over. So
Glenville State College.
I agree with what he just said, but I also think that you should take advantage of these virtual opportunities to visit the schools virtually. And so if you're not able to actually travel and go see these schools, but also make a pros and cons list. So that way you make sure that you really want to go to that school and just weigh out your options.
Drexel University.
My biggest piece of advice is always applying early. It's, as soon as that application gets open for schools, it's never too early to apply or ask those questions, because it is nice to have that time to see all of your offers, your financial aid packages, and, make the best decision for you rather than waiting, until later to apply and then feeling rushed through that process. Also, if you happen to be on campus and going through a tour, our students are giving those tours, ask them why they chose that school, what connected them to that university. The students are always the best resource because they're actively, I went to Drexel, but it was a very long time ago. So there's a lot of different things on campus.
So our next question, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? And we're going to go back and start with University of Rochester.
There's many fantastic traditions, but my personal favorite, it's an event called Art Awake. It's offered every year, and essentially it's a pop-up gallery in a unique space, either on campus or in the Rochester community, to showcase our students' creative talents, because our students are just so amazing, with whether it be dance or music. Having part of the Eastman School of Music, a part of our community, we draw so many students with creative talents. So that event showcases that in a really unique space. A few years ago, one of the favorite ones, it was like a historic bank building that was empty and vacant that our students took over in that pop-up gallery. So really, really neat experience to get students off campus, experiencing it and learning from each other, showcasing their talents.
Youngstown State University.
This is a really hard question for me because there's so many things that are like, oh, it's this, it's this, it's this. So, I mean, we have this giant rock in kind of the center of campus by our Kilcawley Center, which is our student union. And I think every student needs to go paint the rock at one point in time. Other than that, I would say, I think our student activities does a great job, especially during Welcome Week. And there's so many different activities. YSU, our mascot is the Penguins. And we actually have a Stuff a Penguin activity as part of Welcome Week. So I'll see these students, 19, 20-year-olds, with a stuffed penguin, like you're going to build a bear, but it's with penguins. So they love that. There's always a line. If you don't get in line early, you will not get a penguin. And it really is kind of cute and endearing to see the students walk around with that. So it's just something fun for them to do.
Western Colorado University.
Oh gosh, my favorite event on campus will be homecoming by far. I don't think that, at least for me, it doesn't beat anything on campus. I mean, during our homecoming week, we had a lot of festivities, a lot of events throughout the entire week. And then, on Friday, we have a lot of alums come down to town, and, we have a tradition on campus where we light our W on fire, and you can see that entire thing from anywhere in the community. Like I said, it's just a really neat time to be with alums and also with current students. And like I said, there's a lot of events going on. So it's a great event for me. One of my favorite ones for sure.
Glenville State College.
I actually have two. So we have this big percussion ensemble performance that people will come from out of state to come watch our percussion ensemble perform. And it's just a great time to listen to music and watch that performance. But then we also have our folk festival, which normally happens a little bit right after students leave. But even if a lot of students actually stay and are actually commuters to our campus. So when they're here, they get to get that interaction with the outside community, where like our school is so small that that people in our community outside of it, outside of campus, they like to come around, and you really make a lot of connections through that. It's a great time to dance and enjoy some of the music, the bluegrass music, and the food trucks.
Drexel University.
This is definitely a hard one, like everybody said. But one just fun fact about Drexel is that our mascot is a dragon. His name is Mario, and there are not many other schools that have a dragon as their mascot. But my real ultimate favorite tradition is that students graduate at Citizens Bank Park, which is where the Phillies play, which is a huge event, and it's amazing, and everybody across the university volunteers to participate, and it's just like an amazing day, and you see the excitement in the students' face that that they're finally there. They worked so hard to get there, and it is fitting because the Philly fanatic actually is a Drexel grad, so it's like whole compassing here.
Very full circle. So we have some time for one more question, which is, and April already spoke to this a bit, but give an interesting or fun fact about your school, and we'll start with University of Rochester.
Yeah, so back in 2018, the U of R's Quidditch team won the US Cup, which is amazing because we are not a Division I school, we are Division III, but our Quidditch club team went up against those big universities that are Division I and won the national cup. Quidditch is a sport for real in college. So that's kind of a neat fun fact. Back in 2018, we were the US champions.
Youngstown State University.
So Drexel mentioned they're one of very few, if the only institutions that has a dragon. I mentioned that our mascot is a penguin. So I'm right there with you, Drexel. And not many places have a penguin for a mascot. Just another quick fact. So Ed O'Neill from Married with Children and the other show with the family, and I'm totally blanking.
Modern Family.
Modern Family, thank you. He actually attended Youngstown State. So he is one of our claims to fame.
Western Colorado University.
Guys, the first fact that comes to mind right now, and it's a really recent fact, is that we received the second largest donation in Colorado history. I think we received $90 million donation to build a computer science mechanical engineering school, and that was, like I said, recently. That was 3 years or 2 years ago. But that's one of the facts that just comes to mind at the moment. So, yeah.
Glenville State College.
The one that sticks with me all the time is that Channing Tatum from Magic Mike. He attended Glenville, and then he used to play on our football team, and he was only here for about a year and a half before he decided that he wanted to pursue his acting career, and he just up and left and flew off to California, and now he's Channing Tatum.
Drexel University.
Yeah, so I already mentioned that the Philly Fanatic is one of our famous alums. We also are credited with Malik Rose, who is a former NBA basketball player, won the championship with the Spurs different years. And, so that's he's like one of the most famous alumni that we have at Drexel, besides me, of course.
Of course. Well, I want to first thank our presenters today for not only their great information on their institutions, but also their words of advice and wisdom in this process. And thank you for tuning in and for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. This is just one of many sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for more today. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as other session recordings at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Thank you so much and have a great rest of the day.